Muy buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, dependiendo del lugar en el que te encuentres al momento de ver este video. Pues en esta oportunidad volvemos a hablar sobre este proyecto BitFoot, sobre el bot Sniper que vamos a estar utilizando. Ya tenemos acceso anticipado gracias a que hemos comprado $250 en valor en el token Foot, ¿vale? Les dejo entonces por acá. Ya hace rato publiqué el video de cómo hacer la conexión, ¿vale? Es un video rápido que es hecho por la misma empresa. Ahora les dejo entonces cómo hacerlo, ¿vale? Cómo hacer toda esta conexión. Y aparte les voy a dejar después el video de cómo buscar las billeteras para hacer el copy trading, ¿vale? Yo todavía no he podido conectar ninguna billetera, sigo buscando a ver la que más me guste, pero tienen que ver el video completo, este video que les voy a estar dejando, tanto como activar tu cuenta acá en BitFoot, conectarla con tu Telegram y también entonces cómo buscar esas billeteras para el copy. Por favor, vean todo el video y si quieren saber todo al respecto, pues quédense porque esto se pone bueno. Bueno, nos indican que tenemos que entrar en otro enlace, ¿vale? Sería así, bitfoot.com Early Access. Aquí está, ¿vale? Login with Telegram. Aquí está mi billetera conectada, muy bien. Y ahora vamos a entonces a colocar acá nuestro usuario de Telegram. Vamos a ver, ¿sí? Nuestro número telefónico con el que usamos Telegram. Clicamos aquí en Next. Me van a enviar un mensaje y tengo que confirmarlo. Este mensaje lo recibimos en nuestro Telegram, ¿vale? Entramos en nuestro Telegram. Abro mi Telegram y dice aquí Carlos Ocanto. Hemos recibido una solicitud para iniciar sesión en bitfoot.com con tu cuenta de Telegram. Para autorizar esta solicitud, toca en confirmar abajo, ¿vale? El navegador, de dónde estoy y muy bien. Confirmamos. Iniciaste sesión satisfactoriamente para utilizar los widgets de Telegram, navegador, Ok. Vamos a ver que continúa. Permitir que BitFoot Login Bot te envíe mensajes en Telegram y todo esto. Sí, aceptar. Muy bien, conectado. Ya me dice aquí cuántos foot tengo. Este es el token foot 3146, que es lo que tengo yo. Muy bien. Aquí dice que está conectado a mi nombre de usuario de Telegram. Y vamos aquí a Access to our bot Telegram. ¿Vale? Vamos a entrar al bot. Le damos que sí. Start bot. Abrir en Telegram Desktop. Y aquí estaría. ¿Vale? Vamos a darle Start. Perfectísimo. Muy bien, entonces acá nos indican dos billeteras que se acaban de crear o sea, para cada quien. Se nos ha creado una billetera tanto en la red de Ethereum y sus redes compatibles, como bien puede ser Base, Binance Smart Chain, ¿vale? Que serían de las que están para trabajar ahora mismo, como dice acá. Ethereum, Base y Binance Smart Chain que trabajan pues con el mismo número de billetera de Ethereum y la otra billetera que es la de Solana que pues solamente trabaja en la red de Solana, ¿vale? Tienen acá también nuestros números de semilla, nuestras palabras semillas, mejor dicho. Debemos copiarla, como dice acá, copiarla pues a papel, a mano y guardarlas en un lugar seguro para no perder pues nuestros activos que vayamos a tener allí posteriormente, ¿vale? Entonces copiamos bien seguro las palabras semillas, ¿vale? Así tal cual en inglés de ambas billeteras. Podemos copiar incluso también el número de billetera. Hay una palabra clave también, private key, ¿vale? Una llave privada en cada una de las billeteras. Vemos que esta de arriba, por ejemplo, en este caso es la de Ethereum y todas sus compatibles, ¿vale? Redes compatibles. Luego tenemos el número de billetera. Luego tenemos la llave privada y las palabras semillas. Igualmente en la red de Solana, el número de billetera, la palabra secreta, la llave secreta y las palabras semillas, ¿vale? Y venimos acá abajo. Bienvenido al bot de BitFoot, de Sniper, nuevos lanzamientos. Muy bien, en la red de Ethereum, Base, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, sin esfuerzo. BitFoot 2.1.1. Aquí están las noticias en Telegram, síguelos en X y el sitio bitfoot.com, ¿vale? Entonces, acá vemos pues otros apartados, ¿vale? Está el de configuración. Bueno, aquí están Wallet, Sniper, Sniper Wallet, Default, Banned Token, Chain, Security, lenguajes. Podemos poner acá lenguajes, a ver, español, que se nos haga más fácil. Muy bien, ¿vale? Muy bien, porque las palabras semillas no se traducen a español, ni mucho menos pues la dirección de billetera. Vale, entonces, como dice acá también, aparte de guardar y de salvar las frases semillas, luego estas billeteras pues también las puedes importar hacia tu MetaMask o tus wallets, ¿vale? Después de que se termine de hacer la configuración. Y pues la de Solana también la podemos importar, bien sea a las billeteras de Phantom, Solfair, entre otras, ¿no? Que utilicen la red de Phantom. Muy bien, entonces tenemos la billetera de Ethereum que ellos nos dan, tenemos la billetera de Solana, pero yo quiero de repente importar una billetera que yo ya estoy utilizando. Creo que eso se puede hacer. La conexión la tengo, hay un pequeño video introductorio que ya acabo de ver y dice que pues acá nos muestra que el bot estaría conectado a la red de Ethereum. Eso lo podemos cambiar, por ejemplo, si yo quiero trabajar en Solana, me voy a configuración, ahora me voy aquí a cadenas y elijo la red de Solana, ¿vale? Y allí ya se cambió, le doy volver, ok, volver y ahora sí estaría trabajando en la red de Solana. Para importar una billetera que ya estemos utilizando, también lo podemos hacer, ¿vale? Si nos vamos a configuración, aquí carteras, y le doy acá a importar. Aquí nos va a decir entonces que le coloquemos un nombre. Por ejemplo, esta va a ser, yo le pongo mía 1, por ejemplo, a crear ese nombre. A ver, le doy enter y allí sí se creó, ¿vale? El número, perdón, el nombre, ¿vale? Ahora me dice que coloque la llave privada. Es decir, ahora me voy a mi billetera Phantom, busco el número de llave privada y lo coloco acá para yo poder trabajar dentro de este bot, pero con mi billetera de Phantom en la red de Solana que ya yo estoy utilizando. Me vuelvo acá, pego acá el número de clave privada y le doy enter. Muy bien, aquí me muestra entonces mi número de Solana, de billetera Solana y mi llave secreta. Entonces ahora como es con esta billetera con la que yo quiero trabajar, pues me voy nuevamente, vamos a ver acá, volver, configuración, carteras, reorganizar, ¿vale? Porque yo quiero que la mía Phantom, que es la que yo importé, esté arriba, ¿vale? Vamos a ver. Entonces, esta, la mía, la quiero arriba. Le doy aquí y ahí entonces pasaría a estar de primera, ¿vale? Aquí está. Tus billeteras agregadas actualmente. Una, tengo la que yo agregué, que sería esta, mía 1. Y aquí dice que tengo, exacto, tengo 13.068 dólares en Solana, que sería lo mismo a 0.06 Solana. Ahora voy a proceder a enviar el resto de Solana con los que yo quiero trabajar, ¿vale? Una vez que lo haya enviado, acá entonces se debería mostrar el saldo ya actualizado. Muy bien, entonces ya podemos ver acá que me dice que tengo 1.013 solanas, ¿vale? Unos 220.58 dólares. El precio del solana está en 217.74 ahora mismo. Y pues quería decirles que igual si ustedes pueden enviar, transferir el saldo, bien sea si importaron una billetera a esa billetera desde donde importaron, bien sea como les dije, Phantom, Solflare, cualquier billetera que ustedes utilicen con Solana, o simplemente pueden utilizar la billetera que les dio el sistema. Copian el número de billetera y se envían el saldo a esa billetera, ¿vale? Y aquí les mostraría el saldo, ¿sí? Yo porque, bueno, ya estoy utilizando mi billetera y prefiero trabajar así importando esa billetera, ¿vale? Entonces, esto sería todo para configurar el bot en cuanto a, pues, tener los fondos dependiendo de la billetera con la que quieras trabajar. ahora les dejo el siguiente video. Es una grabación hecha el día de ayer enseñándonos cómo configurar, cómo encontrar esas billeteras, esos traders para poder generar beneficios en nuestra cuenta. Así que presten mucha atención, estén atentos y cualquier novedad que yo haga con este bot, sean ganancias, sean pérdidas, sea que consiga la conexión a alguna billetera, cada vez que yo haga una conexión a una billetera, les voy a traer la información por acá, por mis redes sociales. Entren a mi grupo de Telegram, únanse a mi canal y a mi grupo de Telegram y a mi comunidad en WhatsApp. Así que vean el siguiente video, no se lo pierdan, por favor.
Wallet tracking, how this whole process looks like, and explain it as simple as possible. So for that, I will share my screen with you and we will jump right into it. So what we will do for now, let me share my screen and we will go through each single step. Perfect. So when we are looking for insider wallets, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use here the site gmgn.ai, which you can see here at the top. Very simple. From here on, what we want to do is we're going to go on the tab trending because we want to look into the projects that are trending right now. What we can see here is on the left side, we see all the tokens. So we see the name and the logo. Right next to it, we see the age of the token, which will be also very interesting. Because when we're looking for tokens and for insiders, we want to look for tokens that are right now active and fresh. So what I'm doing here personally, I'm looking for projects between 1 to up to maximum 30 days. Everything further up is way, way too long, and we have more whales, more people that are long-term holders, but not quick insider traders. So that we can filter also here. Then the next tab which we see is the liquidity and the market cap. So the higher the liquidity and the market cap, the more money is inflowing into this project, which will be also very interesting in the next step. The next step here is we see the holder amount, meaning how many holders does this project have? Right next to it, we see the 24-hour transactions, meaning that how many transactions is happening in this project, and we can also filter through those. And everything else then on the right side, I would say the most interesting will be then here, where we see the 1 hour percentage and then also the degen audit. On the degen audit, we see right away, is there any red flag? Is there, for example, a holder or the developer with top 10 holders holding more than 42%, as we can see here now, which is not really the best. And we can also see right away if there is no mint, if there is a blacklist, if there is burnt liquidity, and we see how many insiders are there. So what we do here is, if there is a burnt liquidity, this is also very interesting for us because this means it's a serious project. And what we do now is when we want to look into those projects, I'll also share one more time the screen and I'll tell you exactly what we do. What we do here is we are filtering through the liquidity. So I just click here on liquidity and I see from the most liquidity to the least. And what we do now is we then scroll down and look for a project which is also not that old. Like for example here, you can see 10 days. So 10 days is a fresh project, but it has a high liquidity. So what we can do now is we can click on the project and we can look deeper into it. Let's see. For the first day, we can now then see, okay, the price structure is typical for a meme coin. And that's also a great potential because we see at the beginning, only a few people entering, and then we can see a price explosion 5, 10, 50, 100x. So that's good potential. What we want to do now is find out as many insider wallets that enter this low. How do we do that? We go here to the bottom where we see all the buys, all the sells of the project. And we click here on the traders tab. When we click on the traders tab, we see all the traders. On the left side, we see the wallets of them. We see then the Solana balance, which is very interesting because we will also take a look at it because this tells us how much Solana they have, meaning the more Solana they already have also on this on their wallet, the more they will continue to trade. Because if someone already withdrawn everything from the wallet because they changed the wallet, this wallet won't be active anymore. Then we see also how much they bought for and how much they sold for. And on the right side, the P&L, how much profits they made. Mostly those wallets are also those traders filtered by the P&L, meaning the more profits they made, starting from the top to the bottom. So what we're doing now is we look into those traders and we're looking for people that's entering with not much, but exiting with a lot. What I'm looking for personally is always people from 5x to 10x to even more from their board capital. So we are not really looking, for example, for someone that here enters with 580,000, exits with 1.1 million. Because this is just a big trader, a big investor that made 2x, but this is not really interesting for us. We are looking more for people like, for example, here, that entering with 23,000 and exiting with 504,000. Because this is a 25x, you could tell from now. So this is now interesting. And if it's interesting, we also check the Solana balance, which is 912, meaning this guy still has Solana on his wallet and probably will be still trading other tokens as well. So what can we do now? We just click on his wallet, where we see copy success, and we can then paste it here on top. So we go here, we paste it inside, and we can click on it. What happens then is we see all the data of this wallet itself. We see the last 7 days. How profitable was it? 95%. This guy made over 1 million in US dollar. His win rate is 54%, which is okay. I say everything above 50% is worth to look into it. I always then go deeper into research. And I see the total P&L is also very good. This is positive, 2.3 million in profits. And we see also the distribution, which is balanced, I would say. It's not the best, but it's worth to look deeper into it. We see 5 trades, over 500%, 3 trades between 2 and 500, 10 trades between 0 and 200. And we see 9 trades between 0 and -50, and 8 trades with over -50 loss. So what we can do now, and which is very, very important, is to look how active is that trader. How do we do that? We see here at the age section. On the right side, we can see when was this guy's last trade. And I can now just analyze how good is his performance the last trades. So we can also see, because we don't want a trader that traded 30 days ago or like 3 months ago, because this wouldn't be accurate to right now. I want, in best case, someone that is trading right now and is doing a good performance right now. And this guy doesn't look too bad. So to give you more explanation, what we can see here below is on the left side, you can see the type, meaning the sells and the buys, which is also then seen in the color on the total US dollar, here in green and here in red. Meaning when he buys for 448 and he sells for 135. Meaning here in this trade, for example, made a loss. We can here, for example, also check he bought Sunrio, token Sunrio, for $826. We can see, we can check the age, which is 3 hours ago. And then he sold it for 1,456 and for 988. Meaning he made a good profit of around 3x. We can also always click on the token and we can see when did he buy and when did he sell. And we can also see here the summary of buying for $800 and then selling for 1,400 and then selling for 988. You can also see the total profit, meaning he bought for $800 and he sold for 1,757, meaning in this trade he made 212%. This is good. What we can also check is then just looking deeper and clicking on each of those tokens, looking how good his profit is. In the same example here, you can see he bought and he sold and he made 99% with this trade. Also not looking bad. You can see here, he bought and he sold. And look on it, there's a quick buy and sell. Same scenario we can see here below, and we can track each of these wallets. And when we're looking also for like those insiders, as we have been now at the peanut, for example, we can see, for example, where has been bought and where has been sold. So also we can see here, this was a typical insider trade. How can we track that? Because we see the token, we can see here is his buy. This is the small b that you can see here. And we can then see the sells that he's been doing. So here, for example, he bought for 23K and you see the total profit of 485,000. What we can see here also is we can go completely down below. We can see here, he bought 2 positions right here for a few thousand, and then he was selling those positions. So great trade from here, from this side. And we can now also look deeper into it. Okay, we look, was this only a one lucky trade or was there more trades that he was performing really, really good? That's how we then gonna track. And if we say, okay, this guy has multiple good wallets, we then just copy his wallet and put him on our list. Same scenario, for example, if we now go back to Peanut and we track for other wallets. So what we do, we're looking for example, here, wallets that have been with a small entry and a big exit. So here we have another one, which you can see $1,677 and exiting for 314,000. Okay, this is a worth to look into because we also see the Solana balance is 1,418. So we can just click on it and we can go here on top and just paste it in. This looks even better because we can see right away a win rate of 75%. We can see the last 7 days. It's okay, 65%. But in total, he's working with a lot of volume, which we can see, 1.5 million. And in total, this wallet made 4.4 million in profit. We also see here the distribution, where we see right away, okay, main of his trades are between 0 and 200%, because this is 64 trades, and only 28 trades between 0 and -50. Okay, from that, we can look deeper into it. So what we look into, we're looking at the age. The age here is 2 hours ago, 4 hours ago. This is looking good. You can just click here on show more, which is showing us all the other transactions. We can also see, okay, 2 hours ago, he made good profit. So what we can do now is then always just click on the token itself, and we can see the transactions. So we can see his buys and his sells. Same scenario, we go deeper, we can check every of his trades. And when we see here, for example, he has a lot of sells of Truthless, we can always check and see, okay, he bought here really at the beginning and he sold here at the top. So another good trade where you see, okay, he bought for 24K and he sold for 54, meaning he made 220% in this project. So what we can do then is also look deeper into it, and we see here another project where he's buying in and selling in. And we can always then check. We can see good buy position and good selling position. And now a very interesting point that I will always tell you to be aware of is be aware of snipers. What means snipers? That means that people that enter the market and exit in right away, meaning that you have no chance at all to getting the same entry and the same exit. Because those traders mostly look into low volume projects. They enter, and after just a few seconds, they exit the market, meaning on this list, it still looks as profit, but it's no chance at all that you can also get same profit. So how can you be aware of it? Is by checking the time frame. So what I'm always doing is checking if such wallet has 3, 4, or 5 trades where he's doing the exact thing. Because if this happens, this is a red flag for me. So how can you do that? You just, with the mouse, you can go over this time, which shows you exactly 10:06:43. And the sell was at 10:16:24. So a good sign to always check, which I always say, if you look at those trades, if you would have entered 1 minute later than him and exited the market 1 minute later than him, would you still be in profit? If that's the case, great. Green flag, that means this guy is a proper trader. So how can we track this? I can also show you, for example, here is when we go for further investigation and deeper into that. Let's go, for example, on the tab here on the top on Discover. So when we go on Discover, we can now track here all the traders. Let me check one more time. I'll go here onto deep. And we can see all the traders that made, for example, the last 7 days, the most P&Ls. We can filter from that. We can also filter, for example, through the last 30 days. And from that, we can see all the traders from all different tokens that made the most profits. Based on that, also some of those traders, and based on this sheets, we will also share with the community. But you have to always double check the trader and check if his performance is also good. Because one thing that I want to mention now is when we look into those traders is to check on snipers. Snipers that just now get the liquidity of the people that entering real quick. And I will also show you a scenario where you can already see right away what I'm talking about. So this is, for example, one guy. On the first view here, it looks like he has a good win rate, 79%. He has last 7 days, he has 14% win, and he's also in profit. So if you not look deeper into it, this looks like okay wallet. But what we can do, and that's one thing that I always do, the first thing when I go on the wallet is I check the time frame. Because here, for example, this is a positive trade. The next one is also a positive trade. And the next one is also a positive trade. But I can see right away that the time frames are very, very short between each other. So what I can do now is I'm checking here this time frame saying 20:52, 27 seconds. And the sell was 20:53, 29 seconds. So there was not even a 1 minute in between, meaning if you would have entered and then exited, you wouldn't have chance to also get the same profit. Let's see if he does it one more time. So you see 2049.01 and 2049.43, meaning the same scenario again. And this how this trader, for example, is making a few profits where you can see the same. He's just jumping in and jumping out if people after him follow him, and you have no chance to make the same profits as he is doing. So if this is the case, you can see, for example, here again, he made $72 in profit, but he entered at 2042.17 and exited 2042.43, meaning just 30 seconds, not even 25 seconds. So this is a red flag. If you see a trader that is doing such scheme multiple times, I say more than 3 times, more than 4 times, just delete this trader and go on to the next one. Because that's one thing to be very aware of if people are trying to grab some liquidity of copy traders. And this is easily tracked by this. So if you also have, after some time, a trader in your wallet where you can see he's not really performing good, just double check the wallet, go into GM, put in the wallet inside, and then check the time frame. Because the time frame is one of the important factors, which I'm always saying, if you would have entered 1 minute later than him and also exited 1 minute later, would you still be in profit? That's a very, very good analytic to see how good this trader in the end is. So yeah, that's now a quick scenario about how to track those wallets. And everybody can feel free to also do the same. As I said, go to gmgn.ai, check through the best tokens that are out there by just going on trending on the top, by filtering for 24 hours and filtering for liquidity or market cap. Check the time frame, meaning those projects doesn't have to be too long or too old. And then just go into the projects, look into the best trader section, which we can do by just scrolling down, and then look for traders entering with low amount and exiting with high profit. From that, look into those traders deeper in, check their win rate, check the last 7 days and the total P&L, check the distribution of the trades, check this, those traders don't have too many over minus 50 trades, minus 50 trades. So you're sure that you're not losing too much. And then check the time frame. How long ago was his last trade? And also check the time frame that he's not trading like a sniper, meaning too fast entries and too fast exits. That's all good. You can copy this trader and you can paste them into your sniper bot. So that was everything now about the whole finding of sniper bots. We will go deeper in it also next week in our academy sessions. And I hope if you have now interest, you can also look right into it, go through the trades, go through the tokens, find some wallets, share them also with friends and community. And then we will start with it right away tomorrow. Thank you very much.